Remember words by reading essays. Balance between care and overindulgence.
Good morning, everyone. Today, we are going to study an article titled Balance Between Care and Overindulgence. Before we begin our detailed study, I would like you to listen to the whole passage once carefully. Please do not worry about difficult words at this stage. Just try to understand the general idea and get a feel for the overall message of the text.
Parental love is a foundation on which a child can develop from scratch into a healthy, confident, and independent person. Genuine love should enwrap children with warmth and security, and parents often hustle to provide for their little ones, ensuring they keep them in good nick both physically and mentally. This devotion, when balanced, allows a child to thrive. However, when love turns excessive, it can create problems. Constant attempts to fish children out of every difficulty may obviate their chance to learn resilience. Shielding them from the natural ups and downs of life leaves them vulnerable. Spoiled children may grow into recalcitrant individuals, unwilling to follow rules, or worse, indulging in vice without realizing the consequences. Overlove can also make parents yammer about trivial details incessantly, making the child feel marooned in a web of expectations. Such an environment, though born out of love, may pervade the household with anxiety rather than joy. Children then strut to the strains of their parents while instead of discovering their own rhythm in life. It is important to remember that while love is timeless, the idea of pampering has become unfashionable. Modern parenting emphasizes guiding children rather than controlling them. Parents should avoid being lukewarm about disciplined children need clear boundaries. At the same time, parents should not smother kids with incessant attention. Children have their own quirks, and letting them explore these is crucial. Life will willy-nilly present challenges, and children must learn to face them. If parents constantly interfere, they risk raising children who are neck and neck in entitlement but fall behind in real strength. Parental love, therefore, should be juicy with affection, but not so sweet that it rots the core. The art lies in guiding without overindulging, protecting without suffocating, and teaching without enslaving. Only then can children blossom into individuals who walk their path with confidence and independence.
Now, we will listen to the passage again. This time, I will pause at important points and explain key vocabulary and useful phrases. Please pay close attention. Take notes if necessary. And try to understand how these expressions are used in context. This will help you improve both your comprehension and your language usage.
Parental love is a foundation on which a child can develop from scratch into a healthy, confident, and independent person.
In the sentence, the phrase develop from scratch means to start from nothing and gradually build up into something complete or successful. Scratch here suggests the very beginning point, with no prior advantage or foundation.
Teacher. Does it mean like when a child is born with no skills and learns everything step by step?
Yes, exactly. It means beginning with no experience or resources and growing through learning and effort.
So it can be used for things as well. Not just people.
Correct. We can say a business or a project develops from scratch when it is created entirely from the beginning.
Genuine love should enwrap children with warmth and security.
In the sentence, the word enwrap means to surround or cover something completely, often in a gentle or protective way. Here, it describes parental love surrounding children with warmth and security.
Teacher. Is enwrap the same as wrap?
Good question. It is similar. But enwrap sounds more formal and often suggests emotional or abstract covering, not just physical wrapping.
So can we say, enwrap someone in love?
Yes, exactly. That is a natural and expressive way to use it, meaning someone is completely surrounded by love and care.
And parents often hustle to provide for their little ones.
In the sentence, the phrase hustle to means to work hard and make great effort to achieve something, often with urgency or energy. Here, it shows parents actively trying their best to provide for their children.
Teacher. Does hustle always mean working hard?
In most contexts, yes. It often implies busy, energetic effort, sometimes under pressure or limited time.
Is it only used in formal writing?
Not at all. It is very common in everyday speech, especially when talking about working hard or trying to succeed in life.
Ensuring they keep them in good nick both physically and mentally.
In the sentence, the phrase keep them in good nick is an informal expression meaning to keep someone or something in good condition, especially in terms of health or overall well-being. Here, it refers to parents making sure their children are physically and mentally healthy.
Teacher. Is good nick a formal expression?
No. It's actually quite informal and commonly used in British English. It's more conversational than academic.
Can we use it for objects as well? Like cars or machines?
Yes, absolutely. You can say a car is kept in good nick, meaning it is well maintained and in good condition.
This devotion, when balanced, allows a child to thrive. However, when love turns excessive, it can create problems. Constant attempts to fish children out of every difficulty.
In the sentence, the phrase fish children out of is a figurative expression. It means to rescue or pull someone out of a difficult situation, often by intervening too quickly or too frequently instead of letting them solve the problem themselves.
Teacher. Why do we use the word fish here?
Good question. Fish is used metaphorically, like pulling something out of water. It suggests actively removing someone from trouble.
So does it imply parents are helping too much?
Exactly. In this context, it suggests overprotective parents who constantly rescue their children instead of letting them learn from difficulties.
May obviate their chance to learn resilience.
In the sentence, the word obviate means to remove the need for something or to prevent a problem from happening. Here, it suggests that if parents constantly rescue children, they may remove the chance for children to learn resilience.
Teacher. Is obviate commonly used in daily English?
Not really. It is more formal and often used in academic or written contexts.
Can we replace it with a simpler word?
Yes. You can say eliminate the need for or prevent, which are more common in everyday speech.
Shielding them from the natural ups and downs of life leaves them vulnerable. Spoiled children may grow into recalcitrant individuals, unwilling to follow rules.
In the sentence, the word recalcitrant means stubbornly resistant to authority, rules, or control. Here, it describes children who refuse to cooperate or follow guidance because they have been overly indulged.
Teacher. Is recalcitrant stronger than just saying stubborn?
Yes. It is more formal and often implies active resistance against rules or discipline.
Can it describe adults too?
Absolutely. A recalcitrant employee, student, or politician is someone difficult to manage because they resist authority.
Or worse, indulging in vice without realizing the consequences.
In the sentence, the word vice refers to immoral or bad behaviors, especially habits that are considered harmful or unethical. such as dishonesty, addiction, or other wrongdoing.
Teacher. Is vice only about serious crimes?
Not necessarily. It usually refers to moral weakness or bad habits, not only legal crimes.
Can you give an example in daily life?
Yes. For example, gambling or excessive drinking can be called vices when they become harmful habits.
Overlove can also make parents yammer about trivial details incessantly.
In a sentence, the phrase yammer about means to talk in a complaining, noisy, or annoying way, often about things that are not very important. Here it suggests parents constantly talking or nagging about small details.
Teacher. Is yammer a polite word?
Not really. It often carries a negative tone, implying that the speaker is being irritating or talking too much.
Can we just say, talk a lot, instead?
You can. But yammer about adds emotion. It shows the talking is repetitive and bothersome, not just frequent.
Making the child feel marooned in a web of expectations.
In a sentence, the word marooned originally means being left alone on an island without help. But here it is used figuratively. It describes someone who feels isolated, trapped, or emotionally stranded in a situation.
Teacher. Is marooned only used for ships and islands?
That's its literal meaning. Yes. But in modern English, it is often used metaphorically for emotional or social isolation.
So in the text, the child feels emotionally alone.
Exactly. It suggests the child feels trapped in expectations and lacks freedom or understanding.
Such an environment, though born out of love, may pervade the household with anxiety rather than joy.
In a sentence, the word pervade means to spread through and be present in every part of something. Here, it suggests that anxiety fills the entire household atmosphere, affecting everyone and everything.
Teacher. Is pervade the same as fill?
It is similar, but pervade is more formal and emphasizes deep, widespread influence rather than just filling a space.
Can it be used for feelings as well as physical things?
Yes, absolutely. We can say emotions like fear, joy, or tension pervade a place, meaning they are strongly felt everywhere within it.
Children then strut to the strains of their parents who, instead of discovering their own rhythm in life.
In a sentence, the phrase to the strains of literally refers to moving or acting in rhythm with music. Here, it is used figuratively to show children behaving according to their parents' expectations, as if they are following a controlling tune.
Teacher. Does strains always mean music?
Not always. It often refers to a particular piece or passage of music. But in literature, it can be used metaphorically.
So it means they are not acting freely.
Exactly. It suggests the children are not independent, but are instead guided or controlled by external influence.
It is important to remember that while love is timeless, the idea of pampering has become unfashionable.
In a sentence, the word unfashionable means something that is no longer popular, accepted, or considered suitable in modern thinking or behavior. Here, it suggests that pampering children is no longer viewed as a good or modern parenting style.
Teacher. Does unfashionable only refer to clothes and style?
Good question. It can refer to clothing, but also ideas, habits, or attitudes that are considered outdated.
So it means people don't approve of it anymore.
Exactly. It implies that society has moved on and no longer sees it as appropriate or desirable.
Modern parenting emphasizes guiding children rather than controlling them. Parents should avoid being lukewarm about disciplined children need clear boundaries.
In a sentence, the phrase being lukewarm means showing little enthusiasm, commitment, or interest. Originally, lukewarm describes water that is neither hot nor cold. And here it is used metaphorically for weak or half-hearted behavior.
Teacher. Is it always negative?
Yes. In most contexts, it suggests a lack of strong feeling or effort. So it often carries a negative tone.
Can we use it for people's actions or opinions?
Absolutely. We can say someone is lukewarm about an idea, meaning they are not strongly supportive or interested.
At the same time, parents should not smother kids with incessant attention.
In a sentence, the word incessant means something that continues without stopping, often in a way that becomes tiring or annoying. Here, it describes constant attention or talking from parents that does not pause.
Teacher. Is incessant always negative?
Not always. But it often carries a slightly negative feeling because it suggests something is nonstop and hard to escape.
Can we say incessant rain or incessant noise?
Yes, exactly. Both are correct examples. And they show something continuing without interruption.
Children have their own quirks, and letting them explore these is crucial.
In a sentence, the word quirks means small, unusual, or distinctive habits or features that make a person or thing interesting or different from others. Here, it refers to a child's unique personality traits.
Teacher. Are quirks good or bad?
They are usually neutral or even positive. Quirks simply mean differences. They are not necessarily faults.
Can you give an example?
Yes. For example, someone who always arranges their books by color has a quirky habit.
Life will willy-nilly present challenges, and children must learn to face them.
In a sentence, the phrase willy-nilly means something that happens whether people want it or not, often in a random or uncontrolled way. Here, it suggests that life will inevitably bring challenges, regardless of our preference.
Teacher. Is willy-nilly formal or informal?
It is informal and often used in spoken or narrative English rather than academic writing.
Does it mean the same as whether we like it or not?
Yes, exactly. That is a very good equivalent meaning in simple English.
If parents constantly interfere, they risk raising children who are neck and neck in entitlement but fall behind in real strength. Parental love, therefore, should be juicy with affection.
In a sentence, the word juicy is used metaphorically, while it literally describes something full of juice. Here it means rich, full of warmth, and emotionally satisfying. It suggests that parental love should be full and lively, not dry or empty.
Teacher. Is juicy normally used for emotions?
Not usually. It is more often used for food. But in literature, it can be used figuratively to create a vivid image.
So it means strong and rich love.
Exactly. It emphasizes deep, nourishing affection that is full of life and energy.
But not so sweet that it rots the core.
In a sentence, The phrase rots the core is a metaphor. Rot means to decay or spoil, and the core refers to the most important inner part. So, together it means something is damaging or destroying the essential value or strength of a person or thing.
Teacher. Does it mean actual physical rotting?
No.
Here it is completely figurative. It describes moral or emotional damage, not physical decay.
So in the text, too much sweetness in love is harmful.
Exactly.
It suggests that excessive indulgence can weaken a child's inner strength and character over time.
The art lies in guiding without overindulging, protecting without suffocating, and teaching without enslaving. Only then can children blossom into individuals who walk their path with confidence and independence.
We will now listen to the passage one more time. During this listening, try to consolidate what you have learned. Focus on the meaning of the text as a whole, and see if you can recognize the vocabulary and phrases we have discussed. This will help reinforce your understanding and memory.
Parental love is the foundation on which a child can develop from scratch into a healthy, confident, and independent person. Genuine love should enwrap children with warmth and security, and parents often hustle to provide for their little ones, ensuring they keep them in good nick both physically and mentally. This devotion, when balanced, allows a child to thrive. However, when love turns excessive, it can create problems. Constant attempts to fish children out of every difficulty may obviate their chance to learn resilience. Shielding them from the natural ups and downs of life leaves them vulnerable. Spoiled children may grow into recalcitrant individuals, unwilling to follow rules, or worse, indulging in vice without realizing the consequences. Overlove can also make parents yammer about trivial details incessantly, making the child feel marooned in a web of expectations. Such an environment, though born out of love, may pervade the household with anxiety rather than joy. Children then strut to the strains of their parents while instead of discovering their own rhythm in life. It is important to remember that while love is timeless, the idea of pampering has become unfashionable. Modern parenting emphasizes guiding children rather than controlling them. Parents should avoid being lukewarm about disciplined children need clear boundaries. At the same time, parents should not smother kids with incessant attention. Children have their own quirks, and letting them explore these is crucial. Life will willy-nilly present challenges, and children must learn to face them. If parents constantly interfere, they risk raising children who are neck and neck in entitlement but fall behind in real strength. Parental love, therefore, should be juicy with affection, but not so sweet that it rots the core. The art lies in guiding without overindulging, protecting without suffocating, and teaching without enslaving. Only then can children blossom into individuals who walk their path with confidence and independence.
That brings us to the end of today's lesson. We have explored the article and discussed important vocabulary and expressions related to parenting and balance in care. I hope you have found the lesson useful. Please review the text again at home to strengthen your understanding. Thank you for your attention, and see you next time.